right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I hope you're wonderful, wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. It is a wonderful Monday morning. It's a cold Georgia morning, but it's a wonderful morning. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DNP Speaks. Listen, guys, listen. This will not be a long one today. I'm going to have to do a part two, but I am glad to be in front of you on today. I hope that you all are doing well and feeling well. Listen to me. There's nothing like family. Some of you might disagree, and that's fine, because you might have went through some hectic things, but maybe you have some friends, some close-knit friends that's been there, and they're more of your family, like your blood family. But however your family has been placed or created, is nothing like family at all. So my name is David M. Pinson, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I'm a motivational empowerment speaker. I'm a board certified Christian counselor and a family restoration specialist, which is a family coach. I do these Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing that back to give you not just content, but to help you transform your family, because I believe every family deserves transformation. Yeah, excuse me. You see me pausing and doing that little stuff. My sinuses here in Georgia, my sinuses be acting up, y'all. I have no idea. But they're doing it today. But I am going to get through this as best and quickly as I can. It's going to probably be a part two on tomorrow. So this is going to be this topic going to be very sensitive, and that's why I know, excuse me, that I'm probably going to have to do a part two to this. So tomorrow's probably going to be a part two, because I will not take a long time to do this today, because my sinuses are acting up, and I do apologize, but I want to give you what I have to the best of my ability. So the topic is when drugs and alcohol prevent you from forming a bond with your team. Now, this is a very sensitive area. This is nothing to play around with, and I take this 1,000%, 1,000,000% serious. When you don't have the relationship that you want to have, because drugs and alcohol are in the mix. Narcotics. I can go on and on, but I think you get the understanding, because it takes time away from your relationship with your teen and your young adult. And the reason why it takes so much time is because, and I hate to say this, but I have to, some parents have been so addicted to drugs and alcohol that they don't even know how to parent the way that they want to. They have tried to get clean, but they haven't gotten the help that they need. And because they haven't done that, and they have been strung out on drugs and alcohol for such a long time, up and down, the child has suffered. That teen or young adult has suffered. That adult child, you have suffered. You have suffered because you have always wanted your parent. For a moment, I think about, I was watching something with my mother. Shout out to moms. And we were watching a family court, and this young man, it really pricked my heart, and that's what I'm talking about today and tomorrow. How the judge asked him to really talk to his mother, because he was suing his mom for money that he had to spend out and loans, and she never paid him back. But it was deeper than the money. It was so much deeper. It was that he had to raise himself pretty much and go through all of the pain of losing a girlfriend and not, being bullied and being picked on because people knew his mother was on drugs, and all the emotional trauma, all of the relational trauma that he dealt with. He was able to tell his mom. And one thing that really grabbed me and grabbed my attention. He said, I want you to get better, but you never did it, and you never did it for me. I've always wanted you to get better, Mom, but I had to take care of myself. I had to put myself through high school. And I had to graduate on my own. You wasn't even there for that. When drugs and alcohol get into the mix, that's a hurtful thing, because that child does not have an opportunity. They don't have an opportunity to just be a kid. They don't have an opportunity to be like other kids, just that their parent is supporting them financially, supporting them emotionally, being there. And this is why I stress about being present as much as you can be. Even if you're a phone call away, a text message, a FaceTime away, and you know that you can visit your kids. And this situation is tough when the parent is doing what they can, but that decision to come away from drugs and alcohol, it's not just a saying. It's not just a phrase, it is an action. But because some parents haven't made that action, our kids are suffering because they have to raise themselves, or they got to go to grandma's house, or the father's doing his best, or the father's not there. There's so many scenarios I can't even get to today. But when a child does not have that parent, and that parent is strong on drugs and alcohol, this child, I could see the pain in his face. He didn't know what else to do. He didn't even know what else to say. And the problem is, while he was telling his mother about her being a parent and she never was there, she walked out. She said she just couldn't take it. I'm telling you, if you don't allow your child, I know I'm running through this and I'm gonna have to do a part two to this. When you don't allow your child to speak freely about how they feel when it comes to drugs and alcohol, you got to remember that child has suffered day in, day out, seeing you suffer, seeing you take those drugs, seeing you take that alcohol, and then the alcohol and the drugs making you and your relationship different, making it sour, unbearable sometimes, because they can't come to you in confidence about anything, because they know that you're not going to be there. This is what some of you have been through this all your life. And then when you get drunk or you have drugs in your system, you're not acting like yourself. So they weren't getting the real mom, or they weren't getting the real dad. They were just getting a form that was there in front of them. And it's a very, very tough thing. And my heart went out to him, but my heart goes out to you, the ones that have dealt with this as a child and now to an adult child, or some of your children that are dealing with this now, parent and guardian. I'm asking you, I'm pleading with you, just for a moment, think about what the drugs and the alcohol has done to your child. It has ripped and pretty much destroyed your relationship. They love you, but it's too hurt. It's too harmful. It's too painful to be around. It's too harmful and too painful to see you go through this. I'm going to stop here because my silences are acting up. But I want you to just hear what I'm saying. It is very hard for them because they don't know what else to do. They want you well, but the more that they're around you, the more they can't talk because it's painful. Now, I can't sit up here and say I know what it feels like, because I don't. But I saw the pain in that young boy's life on that show. And I said, I wonder how many families are dealing with drugs and alcohol issues when it comes to their relationship with their child, their teen, their young adult, their adult child. And I'm saying to you, We have to talk about these tough things because this is what's going on in a lot of families, and you guys are covering up. Your teen is covering up, but they hurt. They cry themselves to sleep every night. They talk to their friends, or they don't talk at all about it because it's too embarrassing. It's too hurtful. It's too painful. There's a pain that nobody can fix but you. So I'm gonna pause here until tomorrow. Part 2, we're gonna do this tomorrow, and we're gonna go more extensively into this. But I want to remind you, I am not here to judge. I'm only talking about things that I feel like are very important. Drugs and alcohol is not to play with. Remember, parent and guardian, you are still a person. You are still a person. You're still a human being. But you have to remember that child, that heartbeat. That's what I call it, your other heartbeat. You got to remember some of the decisions that you have made or are making is affecting their abilities, right? Their self-esteem, their confidence in your relationship with them. So you have to do all that you can to fix that. To remember, tomorrow is part 2. Excuse me, everybody. Tomorrow is part 2. Listen to me. Please share this with someone. This is part 1 today. Part 2 will be tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. We're going to talk about this again. I have a program. It is going to help you transform your relationship with your child, and it's called the family. Excuse me. It's called the Family Transformation Program, guys. So I'm so sorry. I apologize this morning. It is to help you and your teen or young adult or adult child build a lasting excuse me, relationship. I am here for you all. Forgive me for my sinuses this morning, but we're going to get through this, and we're going to push through, because I want to help you and your family be the best that you can, because family, excuse me, every family, there we go. Every family deserves transformation. I believe in you. I will see you guys on tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Have a wonderful and a great day.